Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Did the report from Mercury retrograde talking about the central part of the Mercury retrograde. You're gonna be probably watching it the next few days. A lot of things are going on, especially right now at this day. First of all, for those, hi Nita, glad to see you here. Hello to you, and welcome here. First of all, for those who's watching the first 5 minutes, they just want to look at everything quick and faster. We have the moon moving it from Capricorn. It's going to be joining Pluto. That's going to shift our consciousness of doing things, of what new I can make, what new I should do. But the new cannot be gone until they don't reevaluate the old. The Moon and Pluto, they are going to put pressure at Mercury, who is a retrograde. This energy is going to be intensified in there. I believe that was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when the midheaven joins Mercury. You're going to feel this shift of consciousness within the pressures inside of you. You may have headaches. Headaches can be right up front, which is that is it clears your visions. The headache could be right on top because of what you're not thinking, but it could be in the back with overriding of this shifting consciousness of going back with you. You're going to feel that. Hi, Kimberly. There is a lot of things going on right now within the energies. So I'm going to be trying to kind of like flow you through because today I did the astro-gravitational report for Mercury retrograde. Then me and Paulina, we did another video, which was great for our channel. It's advanced in the spirituality. So there is so much what's up. But talking about the astro-gravitational report today, and you may feel in the morning, nothing comes up, nothing goes on. You will feel in it as once the moon is really joins Pluto, and by 2 o'clock you're gonna feel these energies. The afternoon energies is gonna be kind of like an average with moderate um, intensity, I would say, in there for. But the day is going to end at 11 o'clock p.m. There's going to be the midheaven. It's going to be opposing Mars and Saturn conjunction. There is something within your mind is not clear. There's something with it is like, why I have these fights in me? What is not clear? Midheaven is going to be at Virgo, and that energy of Virgo is going to be pointing out towards Pisces. What do you do with the others? What is your actions towards others? What can you do to change the things about this? And with those intensified energies, because this is going to be a direct opposition, so the inner work facing Mars and Saturn, this could lead you to a lot of internal wars and there. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to be moving you on the side a little bit. I'm going to be seeing the chat. If you have any questions, guys, for you can go ahead and ask about it. And um, there we go. The chat is here. Uh, so much to one screen. There is something's gonna be much better. There you go. So 7 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is going to be within Mercury retrograde. There's going to be this attention towards the moon and Pluto. The moon still is going to be 28 degrees of Capricorn. This preparations is like, okay, I need to run this test. I need to look at this. I want to make sure. There is this beautiful sextile from the moon and Pluto towards Neptune that it's coming to work out for you. There is not a lot of energies. You're gonna feel like, okay, there is these things that you need to do. Only thing you need to pay attention is if you're going to work this time, be mindful of what are you doing. The midheaven is at Capricorn, especially if you are working within the fields of public servants in there. And be mindful about the publics around you. What is it surrounding you? Okay. You maybe have this feeling of intensity, it's like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not in a place where you're supposed to be. And that is can comes in and trigger, but your actions is gonna be good because you're gonna feeling good, like okay, I'm going to work, I'll be okay, everything's gonna be all right, everything's gonna be fine. So on the next hour, you're even gonna feel a little better because the midheaven approaching the moon. Very beautiful energies in there. Overall, the energies are good and great, except Mercury retrograde energies are intensified. Midheaven, the moon and Pluto are together within between this hour and the next hour. You're gonna feel like what's going on with the energies, what's going on with the people. Nobody's talking, everything is silent, and you're gonna begin to see how the energy is gonna be affecting others because they are beginning to shift that outward communications into inward communications. Just side note in here, during Mercury retrograde, you don't take anything, absolutely anything personal. All right, as the day goes by at 9 o'clock, energies, the midheaven is going to be in Aquarius. Nothing pretty much interesting except the one thing. You're going to look in for the new things inside of you. That energy is going to be connecting directly with the ascendant of Gemini. That energy is coming and tells you, okay, I need to be friendly. I need to know. I seeing it, the things inside, but also I'm looking at for the new. What is the new for me? I can't stand where I'm at. I need something new. I have to getting into these new things that it's are coming. And when I know what it's new, I know how to react to this news. That is going to be leading to this pressure. So that's coming, but the ascendant that it's coming on next hour, which is going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning, the moon and Pluto is beginning to be very, very close. The moon is still at 29 degrees, 55 minutes, just like that much close to entering Aquarius, which is going to happen the next hour. But the divine energies from the ascendant towards the moon and Pluto is going to be telling you, hey, this is divine purpose. And then the moon and Pluto shifting that energy towards Venus and Neptune conjunctions, which is Neptune, they are together. They're joined together. So pay attention. There is the moon and Pluto, which is feminine energies, masculine energies in there. There is the feminine energies and Pluto coming in together. So there is a lot of challenges within the feminine energies right now they're going to be going through. Mars is going together with Saturn, but he's going to get it later on. Currently, he's out of any alignment with other planets or any aspects. And it's good because during these intense energies, some of the things, some of the people may blowing up some fuses. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right. So talking about Mars, the next hour, specifically at 11 o'clock, Mars and Saturn in the midheaven are coming together. They're beautiful, sextile with Jupiter and Uranus, but they're also a very beautiful trine with the ascendant. Those masculine who are facing the challenges and facing the things, and they do the things about family stuff, take care of their emotions. They're vulnerable, but they understand what they need to go, and if you're vulnerable and you're expressing yourself as a masculine of where you're struggling, what you're doing, and how you're winning, and how you're winning the fight from within yourself, somebody doesn't take it that as an account in there. You might take things personally. The person who has to know this is you. And this is why when you're trying to express yourself outward, uh, it doesn't work. Why? Because the people shift the communications within. All right. So talking about 12 o'clock midheaven now, it's with Venus. That is a sextiling the moon. The feminine energies now. It's looking at what do they need to do? What do they need to face? What do they need to change? What do they need to adjust? They know something new is coming, something new beginning is coming. They've been preparing on those last degrees. Currently, the midheaven, the Venus, and the Neptune, they're all at 27 degrees. But that is a trining what? Cancer. The previous hour, Mars was trining Cancer. Now, the feminine energies, Venus is trining the Cancer. What do we need to do to become a family? We need to shift our consciousness first. Who's shifting the consciousness right now? The Moon and Pluto. Your shift begins, but puts pressure on what? On Mercury retrograde. It's like, hey, don't act like before. Go ahead and review what you have done. Don't change things, but improve things. The next hour, which is going to be at 1 o'clock, you probably going to feel like, what the heck? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel, I don't sense, I don't change. There is just only a few aspects, guys. You're going to feel like, oh my God, this is not a normal day. I can breathe. Nothing going on, just too much smoke in the air. I mean, that's how it's going to be. There is not a lot going on, except that the moon and Pluto are squaring Mercury. We don't have too much energies between the planets that goes on. The midheaven is together with the authority, but the authority, it is opposing South node. You know, just like, okay, I see what happened in the past, probably the same thing is going to happen and now. You telling yourself this yourself, and you set yourself on a failure because everything, the water in the river, it's never the same. Okay. So if you get the water down the stream and you get water up the stream, it's never the same water. It's still water, but it's not the same water. And some of you is going to be learning this. I'm talking about this 2 o'clock energies right now. That is going to be one of the midheaven. It's going to be with Mercury. It's like the shift of consciousness. It just puts pressures of this. You're like, oh my God, what happened to me? Why I closed down? Why I'm going in the hermit mode? Why I'm changing my moods? What happened to my emotions? Where did they go? You're gonna be seeking at this for. Currently, the ascendant sends divine energies towards Mars. Mars also is going to be getting energies from the South Node pretty soon. Those divine energies, they are moving you forward, giving you courage. You're going to get little glimpses. It's not going to be full heavy aspect, but you're going to getting there. Hi, Jolene. Glad to see you too here. And the next hour, which is going to be at 3 o'clock, midheaven is with Jupiter. Proper energies with Saturn, proper energies with the mean Lilith. And there's going to be some great energies coming in from Leo. We're talking about you finally understanding the purpose of this. Why? Because those last degrees of Leo, they were in divine energies with Neptune and Pluto. Now, if you remember it, the last summer, when Venus was retrograde, she turned retrograde at that degrees. Now the ascendant is there, it's just giving you the reminders. Hey, did you remember what you studied last summer? Did you remember what you went through it? You went through your ego diet. Okay, you have to be returned and grow up. Have you been growing up? And that is the revaluations of the feminine energies will experience. All right, so talking about later on for it, this energy is going to be shift. Midheaven, it's going to be going through between Taurus and Gemini. Beautiful trine with the moon and Pluto for it. And seeing this energies of midheaven, the inner work that you do, the consciousness, it's coming to you. Pluto is going to be helping you, shifting your consciousness, and it's going to guide your intuition. Just to remind you of the side note on this for it. Your intuitions can be based out of your feelings. Whatever you feel inside of you, that's what you're sensing outside of you. If your intuition is based out of a fear, you're sensing the fears within others. If your intuition is based out of success and happiness, you will feel the success and happiness from others. So this is why one of these energies of Pluto that it's going to be diving deep within the transformations. Some of you may be experiencing this bridging between the consciousness and the subconsciousness. And there, hi Indara, hi, how are you? How do you know all that? I've been doing it very long time there. You can check my website, aquaspiritunited.com. There is some little short energies, or you can look at my channel as a twin flame or spiritual guide and so on. And I did some astrology for quite a bit, and I help people to understand themselves as a astrogravitational energies in there. Maybe that will help you. And if you have any more questions, feel free to email me. I have an email, which is dio@aquaspiritunited.com. You can see it in the channel of there. But anyway, I'm going to see new people here, and I'm so happy to see new people coming and asking things in the chat. All right. So, talking about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, meet Kevin. Mid Heaven, it's a mid Gemini. The ascendant is going to be at the mid of Virgo. That is going to be giving you the preview hour of what's going to happen back in the 6 hours from now. That oppositions with Mars and Saturn, and that square with mid Heaven, it's going to bring you this duality. Why, if this is not true? Why, if this is not right? Why am just my mind playing games with me? And there is going to be the spirit, and there is like, oh, you've been doing this very long, so you can just run away from the work that you need to do. Have you looked at what your authority was? And here is the ascendant of Virgo. What he's going to do is that energy there is divine energy towards the sun and the north node. That energy is going to be great with Jupiter and Uranus. Look at it, your own growth. Your spiritual growth will determine your physical energies that you're performing in the 3D. But who knows that? Who can say that? It's the Virgo. I've done this in a personal level. I am what I am in a personal level. I know how to deal with everything. I know how to fix everything. That's what Virgo is. I understand what it's going to take, but I also understand I have more things to do with me. So much to learn because in the next hour, the ascendant is going to be at the end of Virgo, but it's going to be opposing the moon and Neptune, and midheaven is going to be at Gemini. So now it's your feminine energies are triggering, and you're like, why I'm going from one pressure to another. That's what the way it is. You can't just look at it the masculine. You can't just look at it the feminine. You have to look the one and the other in order to have the greatest picture of the energies within yourself. If you're acting only of understanding the one side, you always have a blind side that you don't see. And this is why you're not taking an account of the feminine and masculine energies of other people. The question is you don't ask yourself, how you taking in account your feminine, your masculine energies. You're programmed, you're feminine, don't look at it as a masculine, and so on and so on. But if you were in the family when the father wants you to make you you're female and the father want to make you a son, you were raised with a lot of masculine energies inside of you. What happened to your feminine side? You forgot about it. That's what your blind side is. If you were raised from a mother and the mother wanted to make you this girl and caring and soft and so on and so on, you abandon some of your masculine energies. This is your blind side. And there are reasons you're going to be reevaluating it right now during the Mercury retrograde. For so, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 7 p.m. Energies, the ascendant is at Libra. Beautiful divine energies towards Mars. Mars is focused within that family because the midheaven is at Cancer. You see it the 6 years, 6 hours prior. That's where the ascendant was. You knew you were going to be facing this. You knew how to account on it. And if you did the proper energies, you focus on what you need to do, and you've done it. Then you know that everything is great. Hi, Guy. Thank you for coming in. I'll just see you again here. And talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 8 p.m. For midheaven, it's more within Cancer. That's going to be squaring and pretty much opposing the Moon and Pluto. Especially begins with this hour and puts pressure of Mercury, who is retrograde. You feel the intensity, you feel the pressure, you know something is coming up. You don't want to deal with this stuff, but you have to deal with it. Yes, that's how life goes. You have things that you don't want to deal, but you have to deal with them anyway. And that is the work within the family. You have a this dignity, these responses that you need to do. Okay. Here is we're talking about the next hour. That's going to be at 9 p.m. That is going to be this challenges between again. Talking about the ascendant is going to be at Scorpio, midheaven is at Leo. We have the Moon and Pluto, the beginning of Aquarius, and that affecting Mercury retrograde and Taurus. Yeah, you have to see this to yourself, right? You have to be putting on that crossing pattern so you can see what road did you took, where did that road take you, and what you still have to face within yourself. And as you see it, the divine energy is going to be facing it more from looking at towards Venus. Venus is in his way. She knows I have 2 more days to get something started. And some of you already know about it. But don't act prematurely right now between these periods right there I'm talking about. This is April 2nd until the April 25th, because Venus, from lack of impatience, lack of patience and being so impatient, that's what I mean. I wanted to say you are going to be probably end up in the relationship and the things that goes on or working it in there in the relationship because you want it so fast. It's kind of like you're a horse that has just been holding in the bar for a long time, and now you're out in the open and you just want to run, but you have to know where to run. And the way to run is you have to wait until the moon meets the north node. It's going to be taking like 2, 3 weeks. Don't take any kind of like premature actions out of love. You will understand this. All right. So talking about that, 10 o'clock, nothing pretty much going on. Things are a little bit calmed down. Just a little bit. It's okay. The midheaven is at the end of Leo. Divine energies. You already know about this energies. They're coming towards Venus and Neptune. Very beautiful energies from the midheaven going towards Mercury and Chiron. You begin to be okay with that energy shift. You begin to understanding this. You don't like that you have to grow, and you don't like that the universe is in control, not you. And it's like, I don't believe that the planet's affecting me so much. But you look at it around you, you saw it what happened through the day. You saw how the energy is affecting everybody. Why everybody pretty much feels the same thing. And you're like, man, there's got to be something more in there. And Saturn is just like, oh, yeah, there is some more in there. There's some more mysteries in there that you need to learn. I'll get you through it, but you need to have this patience because without impatience, Mr. Warrior, that you want to win in life, I can teach you. You have to be coachable. But the one thing of coachability, it comes with accountability. But the accountability is done through self-evaluation. You hold yourself accountable for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Here is at 11 o'clock, which is the midheaven, is going to be at 11 degrees, and we have Mars that is at there's 8 degrees in there, and Saturn is at 13 degrees, and that energy of the midheaven has been 11 degrees of Virgo. It is opposing exactly 11 degrees, 31 minutes within Pisces. That is it pretty much in the middle of Mars and Saturn. You, that energy of the Saturn that tries to teach you to be patient. Take time to understand these energies. Take time to learning this. As the moon and Pluto are separating each other, you have to be patient with it because the patience leads you to winning, not acting prematurely. Look at your divine energies within yourself and look what is the Virgo trying to tell you in your authority within yourself. Do you really need this? Do you really want this? Do you really doing this? As long as you don't lie to yourself. And that energy is gonna be at 11 o'clock. Just be mindful. Um, Take a look at yourself, your chart. If you know what you have in Virgo, this could be a really challenges within yourself because Mars and Saturn, they're gonna be opposing everything in Virgo. If you have a Virgo in the first house, that can bring you to look at it. What else has to be fixed in the world? That's going to be your primary visions because that's what your ascendant is. If it is the second house, how to heal and help other people with their material needs. If that is in the third house, how can I help and heal the friends there within me? That's the fourth house. How can I heal and help my family? To the fifth house, the kids. The sixth house, that is in myself. The seventh house, my relationships. The eighth house, how can I heal the shadows, the darkness within others? But also, how can I help other people understanding how to manage the material possessions of others? And so on and so on. So, seeing it out within yourself, guys, take a look at this, take your time, and I hope that this report is helping you in your life. If you guys have some right now questions, I can take in a couple of questions. If not, let's share the love and the light, and I'll come back here talking to you tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here. You're welcome, Guy. Glad to see you here. And guys, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the love, and thank you for the good energies. I hope that we're gonna make it through this tough period. All you do is getting into yourself. The natural sentient, your astro reports are so accurate. Thank you. You're welcome. Granted, they help you. Granted that you understand. And I love when I see confirmations from the people because we are living on this gravity that it's creating in the solar system and through the astrology, putting it together. This astrogravitational report brings everything to makes more sense. But we're all living on the Earth. So basically, this is like the gravitational energy that comes from the stars. But through the astrology, putting it together, it helps we to navigate better our lives. And that's what I make these reports. Hopefully, guys, they help you out for it. If you need personal reports on that standpoint, you can always contact me or find me through the descriptions within the channel. And you guys welcome. Hopefully, that's what we are supposed to do, helping each other out. Be love, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.